Hey guys, it's Machanga. Welcome back to the channel. Now, since you guys have requested it, I'm going to try to post majority of the builds that will work great on any device you might be using, especially the lower spec devices like the Fire Stick, because it's very popular due to the low cost. So a lot of you guys are still using that device. Now, of course, if you're using something like the NVIDIA Shield TV or a HTPC or Mac or anything else, you can still run these builds really well. So we're going to be focusing on how smooth the build runs on most devices. Now, of course, that's not going to be a guarantee that every build you install from my videos is going to work perfectly every single time, but I am going to try my hardest to make sure they have smooth performance before I show them to you guys. Now, if you are brand new to the channel or if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and click the subscribe button and make sure you click that little bell icon right next to subscribe so you don't miss any time I post videos and any of the updates I offer. All right, guys, so I'm going to show you first the content of the build. And if you like what you see and you want to get it installed on your device, I'll show you how to do that step by step. So let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, so the first section we're going to take a look at is the movies section. You're going to have your widget here at the top. You can scroll through, see what's available. So let's say I want to take a look at Black Panther. I can click on it here in the widget. Just give it a moment to actually load up. And you're going to notice that the content is going to be pulled from Placenta. Placenta is a very great and popular add-on because right now it has a lot of working content. I like to give it a few seconds to go through the process of pulling out all of the sources. All right, once it's done finding the sources, you're going to see it pulls up all of those that are available for you to click on and access the content. And you can choose any from the list. If there is nothing available, it will automatically go to the next one in the list. So I'm just going to click on the first one. We're just going to give it a moment. Okay, once it finds a working stream, it's going to automatically start for you. All right, so we're going to move on. Now, again, that is going to apply to any of the movies you see available in that widget. Now, you can also click on the movie section itself. So if I click on movies, all right, it's going to automatically open up Placenta for me. And then I can scroll through the list. Let's see if I want to see new movies, I can click on new movies. Just give it a moment. And then it's going to show me a thumbnail. Plus, it's going to give me information about those movies. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on. Now, below movies, you have a sub-menu here. So if you want to search by title, by actor, if you want to check out what's trending, search what's in theaters, genres, years, languages, you have the option to choose those in the sub-menu. Now, you also have some add-ons that are available below the sub-menu. You have Placenta, Neptune Rising, The Pyramid, Bob Unleashed, Not Sure. You also have UK Turk Playlist. So if you want to find out what content is available in each of these, all you have to do is click on one. So if I click on Neptune Rising, for example, give it a moment, and then it's going to show me what's available here. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. Now we're moving to the TV shows section. You're going to see you have the widget at the top here. So if you want to access specific TV shows, like let's say I want to take a look at The Magicians, I can click on it here. And now I can choose the season I want to watch. If I click on the season, I can choose the episode. All right, we're going to go back. And just like you saw in the movie section, you have that option available for any of the TV shows you see in the top widget. So we're going to move down to the TV shows submenu. Again, you can search by title, actor, you can check trending, genres, language, networks, calendar, UK Turks TV shows, Supremacy TV shows, TV box sets as well. At the bottom, again, you have access to some video add-ons, Placenta, Neptune Rising, Bob Unleashed, Not Sure, and UK Turk Playlist. So let's move on to free live TV. Now, I personally use a paid live TV option. I'll leave it linked in the video description for you guys that want to check it out. But if you don't want to pay for any of the live TV, you have some great free options that are included with this build. You do have your widget here at the top. You have Mob Dina. You also have Mob Dro. You have NBA games, news channels, NFL games, NHL games, sports channels, UK channels. And now these are going to be pulling from the Goodfellas. The Goodfellas is a great live TV option when it's working. You have UK channels, UK Turks Live TV, USA channels. You have several different options available here right in the top widget. Now, if we move into the sub menu, you have Mob Dro, Mob Dina, MLB Live, NBA Live, NFL Live, NHL Live, Goodfellas Sports as well. At the very bottom, you have some more add-ons. Not Sure, Mob Dina, Sports Hub, Sports Devil, UK Turk Playlist, Goodfellas 2.0. You also have Made in Canada. All right, we're going to move on to Sport Replays. Now, this is going to be where you can find your sports content. You have your widget at the top here that includes boxing, MLB, NHL, NBA, UFC, wrestling, a lot of different content included here. You also have content available in the sub menu. UFC, Bellator, boxing, wrestling, MLB, NBA, NHL, NFL. And if you move down to the bottom, you have some great sports options for video add-ons, Planet MMA, Bob Unleashed, Sports Hub, and Wrestling on Demand. Let's move on to the Combat Zone. Now, if you like wrestling, boxing, MMA, this is where you're going to find it. Again, you have your top widget here. WWE Live, Wrestling on Demand, you have UFC Live, Planet MMA, Combat Events Live, Boxing Live, and Boxing. You have the same options available in the sub menu and available in the bottom video add-ons. All right, we're going to move on to the Kids Zone. Now, if you want to take a look at some available kids movies, you have the widget at the top here. And you can just scroll through, take a look at what's available. And you can click on it directly from here. Now we're going to move down to the Kids Zone submenu. You have Bob's Kids, you even have anime, kids movies, Pyramid Kids Zone, UK Turks cartoons, you have Walt Disney movies as well. At the very bottom, you have Cartoon Crazy, Bobby's Cartoons, Toons R Us, B99 TV. All right, we're going to move on to the Spanish section. So if you're looking for Spanish content, you're going to find it here. Now that's going to include movie content, TV shows, and IPTV as well. All right, so we're going to move on to Gears TV. Now to use this section, you want to make sure you already have your subscription set up. If you don't, you definitely want to reach out to Gears TV, get your subscription, and then you can come back and make the most of this section. If you want to put in your account info, you're going to find that in the top widget here. And then you can access the live TV. You can check out the guide, USA channels, Canada channels, UK channels, pay-per-view fights, NFL Sunday Ticket, NBA League Pass, NHL Center Ice, EPL Premier League, Streams R Us. You have all of that available here. All right, we're going to move on to Vader Streams. This is where you're going to find your Kodi guide, the add-on guide. You also have the Match Center, live sports, sports channels, US channels, Canada channels, UK channels, Latino channels, VOD, and you also have the Vader Streams and add-on guide at the bottom. Now we're going to move on to PVR Plus subscriptions. So if you want to use Limitless version 1, Limitless version 2, Sports Access, you want to make sure you already have your account with them. And then you're going to have access to things like channels, guide, Sports Access, Limitless, and Limitless version 2. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move on to the music section. At the top, you're going to have access to some music. So you can scroll through, see what's available. And if you see something you'd like here, you can click on it directly from the widget. But if you don't, you have several options available in the submenu. You can search artists, albums, songs, iTunes charts, Billboard charts, popular Vivo list, concerts, radio as well. At the very bottom, you can access Thunderstruck, YouTube Music, Jukebox Hero, Beats, MP3 streams as well. Now, if you actually click on the music section, again, you're going to have access to some additional music add-ons. All right, we're going to go ahead and move on. Now we're coming to the Android app section. Now this does apply if you are using an Android device. You have things like the popular Terrarium TV, Mobdro, LiveNet TV, YouTube, Plex, Amazon Video, you have Netflix, HBO Go, Google Play Music, Google Play Store as well. At the bottom, you have some more options like Gears TV, Sports Access, Vader Streams, Set TV, which again, if you want to sign up for Set TV, which is the premium IPTV service I use, I'll leave it linked in the video description. You also have Perfect Player, STB Emu Pro, and Retro X. All right, we're going to move on to main menu. Now, if you want to perform maintenance in your build, this is where you're going to find those options. But do keep in mind, the wizard that's included with this build, it will automatically perform maintenance for you every single time you open up Kodi. So it's going to clear the cache, packages, and old thumbnails for you without you having to do anything. Now, if you want to access the add-on installer or the APK installer, if you want to check out some more Supreme builds, if you need the contact information, if you're running into issues with the build or you have error messages and you have questions, they have the contact information here. Also, the maintenance option I told you about. Now, in the sub menu, this is where you can access your settings. You also have your file manager here. So if you want to add additional add-ons, you can access your skin settings here. If you want to change some things about the layout of the build, if you want to find out all of the video add-ons that are included, all of your program add-ons, your music add-ons, your video library, if you want to access your weather, profiles, educational films, all of that stuff is going to be in the main menu, sub menu. Now at the very bottom, you can access the Supreme Build Wizard, which is going to automatically perform that maintenance for you. You can do a total cleanup, clear old data, clear crash logs, view log errors, and force close Kodi. Also, I'm going to go ahead and show you where you can find your favorites. You're going to see a little star icon in the lower left corner. When you add anything to your favorites, you're going to have to click on that icon to access them. It's right next to the power icon. Okay. And now we are back to where we started in the movie section. So when it comes to builds that have smooth performance, there are not a whole lot of options when it comes to something that's going to perform well on every device you may be using for Kodi streaming. But I can tell you from my testing, this is one of those options. So if you like what you see and you want to go ahead and try it out on your Kodi device, I'm going to show you step by step how to go ahead and do that. Now, you want to make sure that you are starting with default Kodi Krypton before you install a new build. You just don't want to run into any error messages or compatibility issues. Now, it's several ways that you can perform a fresh start, but for a super easy way that works on the Fire Stick, the Fire TV, and any Android device, I'm going to leave a link in the video description. It's going to say wipe Kodi. You can follow those steps to completely wipe out your Kodi back to default before you install this build. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. I'm going to perform a fresh start so we can start with default Kodi Krypton before we install the build. Okay, so guys, we are back. We have completed the fresh start and you should be looking at default Kodi Krypton. Now, before we go ahead and install the build, there's a setting that we need to make sure we have turned on. So in order to do that, go ahead and access your settings. That's going to be that little gear icon in the middle. All right, so go ahead and click on it. And now you're looking for System Settings. Go ahead and click on System Settings. You want to scroll down to Add-ons. Now in this list, you're looking for Unknown Sources. So once you find Unknown Sources, it's going to be turned off by default. In order to turn it on, you want to click on it one time. You're going to get this warning message. All right, guys, go ahead and read through the warning message. Now, if you agree, all you have to do is click on Yes to proceed. Okay, so now that we have that setting turned on, we're going to go back one menu. And this time we want to access File Manager. So go ahead and click on File Manager. Now you want to click on Add Source. Now at this point, I'm going to show you exactly what you need to type in. You want to make sure you type it in exactly as shown so you avoid any error messages. Okay, so what you should have typed in is http://repo.supremebills.com. Now verify you've typed that in correctly, and then you're going to click on OK. Now you just need to give it a name. I'm going to keep it really simple, and you can feel free to name yours whatever you choose. Now once you've given it a name, go ahead and verify you've typed the URL in correctly, and then click on OK. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead back to the Kodi homepage. Go ahead and scroll down to Add-ons. Now click on Add-ons, and you're looking for a little box icon in the upper left corner. Once you find that little box icon, go ahead and click on it. Now you want to scroll down and click on Install from Zip File. Now in your list, you're looking for whatever you named your source. Mine is at the very top, .supreme. Go ahead and locate yours, then click on it. Now you're going to have a few different options available, but we want to make sure we install the repository zip file. So go ahead and find the repository zip file and click on it. Wait on the notification. It's going to say Supreme Bills Repository add-on installed. Now once you get that notification, you want to scroll up and click on Install from Repository. In your list, you're looking for Supreme Bills Repository. Once you find it, go ahead and click on it. Now you're looking for Program Add-ons. Go ahead and click on Program Add-ons. Okay, now you're looking for Supreme Bills Wizard, and that's exactly what we want in order to install the build. So go ahead and click on it. Once you click on it, you should have the option to install it, and that's exactly what we want to do. Click Install. You're going to get a notification, Supreme Bills Wizard add-on installed. Now you may get another pop-up here. You can feel free to click Remind Me Later or Dismiss. Now you're going to have the wizard information, so feel free to read through the options that are available, select the ones that you want, and then click on Continue. For me, I only need the last three, clear cache, packages, and old thumbnails on startup. That means the wizard is going to automatically perform that maintenance for me every time I open up the build. All right, so we're going to go ahead and click Continue. All right, so now you're going to have access to the build menu. So go ahead and click on Build Menu. Give it a moment to load up. And now what you're looking for is Titanium. You're going to have USA Server 1, Server 2, and you're going to have access to the Europe server as well. You can feel free to choose any of these options. I'm going to go ahead and choose USA server number 2. Okay, so once it loads up, you're going to have a few more options. What you're looking for is Supreme Build's Fresh Install. Now, if for some reason Fresh Install doesn't work for you, you can use Standard Install. Also, if you already have Titanium installed on your device and you want to just perform an update, you can also choose Standard Install. But in this video, we're going to choose Fresh Install. So go ahead and click on it. Now, once you click on it, it's going to ask you, do you wish to restore your Kodi to default before installing the build? Simply click on Continue. Alright guys, now for those of you that don't yet have a VPN installed on your device, the VPN that I use on my devices, all of them including the Fire Stick, the Fire TV, NVIDIA Shield, my Windows devices, and my Mac, I'm going to leave it linked in the video description. If you want to check it out and see the one that I use and highly recommend, I do not use Kodi without my VPN, I'll leave it linked in the video description. Okay, so once the build is complete with installing, you're going to have the option to force close Kodi, and that's exactly what you want to do. Click on Force Close. Now, if for some reason clicking on Force Close does not work for you, you want to make sure you exit Kodi. You may want to restart your device or unplug power and plug it back in. I'm going to go ahead and click on Force Close. All right, you're going to see that completely closed Kodi out for me. So now all I need to do is reopen Kodi. So go ahead and reopen your Kodi app. Now, once it opens up, you're going to see it is no longer default Kodi, and you're looking at the Titanium build. If you have reached this screen, that means you have successfully installed the build on your Kodi device. Now, I normally recommend give it a few minutes to go through the process of building the skin menu and updating the add-ons before you try to access the content. Now guys, I really hope you liked this video. I hope it was at least informative. If it was, hit the like button. If you feel like it, jump down in the comments and let me know you like it. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and make sure you click that little bell icon right next to subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. It's definitely been a pleasure, guys. I really appreciate you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.